Hi, Rose here from palestinecrity.com, and today we are going to Knossos. Knossos is located just 5 kilometers south of the city of Heraklion, which is the capital city of the island of Crete. And in today's video, I just want to give you tips that will make your tour to Knossos more enjoyable and also save you some money, okay? My first tip is that you need to start at the Archaeological Museum of Heraklion. We were given this advice by a friend, and it was a great advice, I tell you. When you go to the Archaeological Museum, you get the feel of the everyday life of the Minoan people. Okay, you get to see how they prepared their meal, how they made their wine, and how they stored their wine and their grain. And also you get a feel of how the Minoan women beautified themselves. You get to see some really interesting perfume bottles and some cosmetic containers and some jewelry. I was really impressed actually when I got to that place where they had all those things. I was very impressed. Another thing that impressed me a lot was their pottery and all the carvings and all the designs they had. That was really impressive. Like, those guys were really talented. Like, if you look at those pots, they really took their time to create some really interesting objects. Now, another thing you're going to like about the museum at Heraklion is that you also get a feel of how they performed different ceremonies, including their religious ceremonies and how they mourned and buried their people and things like that. So that was really interesting. Like, what you're looking at there is, I guess, something to do with how they prepared their wine. So my first tip is that buy your ticket from the Archaeological Museum of Heraklion, which will include access to Knossos. We paid 20 euros per person, and what you're looking there are those containers, cosmetic containers that I was talking about. You will get access to Knossos, and it gives you access actually for 3 days. So I think 20 euros per person, I think that's a good deal. You get to experience the Archaeological Museum as well as Knossos. Now, to get to Knossos, you can either go by bus, and the bus station is located at the port in Heraklion. And the ticket will probably cost you like 4 euros or something like that. It's really something cheap. So you can either opt to go by bus, or you can take a taxi, which will cost you roughly about 12 euros. So once you get to Knossos, and before you go there, you need to prepare and take some water or something to drink and some snacks, because you will get hungry after walking around for like 1.5 hours or 2 hours, because that's how long it will take for you to see all those wonderful things in Knossos. Now, it's I found it that if you get hungry and you want to have something at the cafe there, that is going to be really costly, because I checked the prices, and 1 gyros is going to cost you 8.50. 8 euros 50 cents, and in other fast food places a gyro will cost you like 3.50 or 4 euros. So can you imagine, like, if you have young ones with you and they're hungry and they need something to eat, they need something to drink, it could cost you some money. So I suggest you take your own snacks and just save some money that way. And another thing I want to mention is that you need to have comfortable shoes, okay? You need to have comfortable shoes. And what we are looking at right now, this section had, it was all about the dead, and I guess some of them were coffins, and some of them were quite small, and I wondered just how how they fit in those coffins. But I think some also boxes were found to be, I guess, containing some treasures for the person who had passed away, so they can have something in the afterlife. And we need to understand that this was a palace. So obviously the people who lived there were, people from the high society. So they had lots of gold and probably a lot of wealth. So as I was saying, you need to wear comfortable shoes when you go to Knossos. I don't think you want to be walking around in high heels shoes in Knossos. You need some nice flat shoes, probably sport wear, so you can be comfortable and enjoy your journey through history. I mean, Knossos is it's estimated to be about 6 to 7 thousand years. So you're going to enjoy. And those holes we are looking at, they were believed to be, they said they could have been some grain storage places, or they could have been some garbage disposal places. They're not actually sure what those 3 holes were used for. I read the description and they were not really sure what they were used for. So, as I said, you can walk around Knossos with your comfortable shoes, take some pictures, enjoy and read the descriptions of every site and object that you visit. And my other tip is, it's not necessary for you to join those tour guide groups, because when we got there's this lady who was really convincing, and we sort of agreed to join her group. But after waiting for half an hour, and it was going to cost us 10 euros per person, okay? And then we waited for half an hour, and she still had not gotten a number of people that she needs to be in her group for her to start the tour. So there we were, standing there, just, waiting. And then in the end, we decided, you know what? We are just going to do it ourselves. So we told her, we changed our minds, and we are just going to walk on our own. And actually that was the best idea, because you get to enjoy your walk. You can just take as much time as you want at a place where you see something interesting, and you can read and enjoy and take pictures. And because once you do with the group, it's controlled, so you don't, I feel like you're restricted. So doing on your own, I think it's easier, it's more relaxed, it's more comfortable, and you can just move at your own pace. You can even sit down if you feel like you need to rest and have a drink of water or have your snack or something. I think, and it saves you 10 euros, okay? So I think it's not necessary, unless you're, of course, one of those people who like doing things in groups. But for me, I found it more interesting and more comfortable to just do it on our own. If you have your friends with you, or if you have somebody with you, you can just discuss what you read. And I think it's more enjoyable that way, really. It's really up to you what you decide to do, but for us, that was the best thing to do. Another thing I want to mention is that if you're going to spend a lot of time, if you're one of those history lovers who just want to spend a lot of time, you need to consider the time you're visiting Knossos, because the weather here in Crete can even now in the winter, there are some sunny days where it gets really sunny. So I suggest you go there sometime in October or end of September maybe, and take a hat, and as I said, take something to drink with you and some snacks. That is the throne room, and we didn't have much time to spend here because with the current situation in the world, they are not allowing many people to go into the throne room, so we only had like a minute. You need to just go quickly and see what you need to see and move on so other people can also see. So, but that is the throne room, and a section of that place, as you can see, there is a basin, so it's believed that they had some ceremonies there, so maybe some religious ceremonies. And that right there, I think, is the oldest highway in Europe. Those Minoan people, they were ahead of their time in everything. Like designs, their architectural abilities. Look at that road. That is absolutely amazing, and it's believed that that road goes all the way to the beach, and it's believed that it was used to supply the palace with all the things that they needed at the palace. So, and of course, maybe taking some things from the palace to other places. The Minoan people were respected because they had very sophisticated sea vessels, and they were trading with all the region. So yeah, there was a lot of activities there. So yeah, I just wanted to share some tips with you so you can enjoy yourself to the max in Knossos.